Rotary, it's a great day to be a Rotarian. Our prayers by Annette Weiland, The Pledge, C.J. Crawford, Four-Way Test, Lonnie Schoenfeld, and song by our song leader, David Ellis. Would you all please rise?
Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful weather today. And Lord, we thank you for the people who have come today to learn more about the way we can serve our community. We thank you for the ones who are consistently here and bring good ideas and things that we can do to be better servants. Thank you for this food, and in Christ's name, amen.
Please join me for the pledge to our flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First,
is it true?
Is it fair to all concerned?
That would be number 2.
Second. Let's start all of it.
Okay, first.
Is it true?
Second.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Third.
Will it build goodwill and better friendship?
Fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Fifth.
Is it fun?
I was at a meeting last night. Chet Henning gave us great prayer. It just inspired me so much. The song I selected today is an old hymn. It's on your paper in front of you. Probably most of you know this song anyway. We haven't done this one for about a year. It's called Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that caused my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. His grace has brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
Amen. Thank you. Y'all may be seated. Sergeant at Arms. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Let's start. Visiting Rotarians. Do we have any visiting Rotarians? Roxanne Turner, you have a guest.
Yes.
Have to stand up.
This is Mark Easton, and he is from Quinlan. He's down at I'm sorry. There you go, man. You tell who you are?
Hello, I'm Mark Easton. I'm from Quinlan, but I now work in the Heath area, somewhat remote. I'm a loan officer with Cardinal Financial, and I'm, yes, visiting with Roxanne today.
Woohoo! Welcome.
Thank you, buddy.
And then David Wilder.
This fine young man is my new friend. Daniel Taylor. Daniel is from Mobile, Alabama. He's a licensed A&P, that's Airplane and Power Plant Mechanic. Did work at L3, but he's got his real estate license, and he's chosen to associate with Century 21 Patterson Agency. His wife is a teacher at Greenville High School. She teaches the Abbey course. Yes, sir. That's where some of the black kids are. All right, and I've met his wife there, just lovely people. And welcome, Daniel, to the
Welcome,
neighborhood.
Daniel. Okay, now, sorry.
All righty,
Happy
hello,
Bucks,
everybody.
Big Pete goes to the Navy Junior ROTC.
All
And
right.
we will be presenting this money on the same day the choir sings, which is December the 9th, I think. Anyway.
Any confirmations?
I just need my calendar. Anyway, go ahead, Tam.
Okay, any happy people? I see Willie, he's just so excited over here. I'm gonna go over here to Willie right quick.
I'm a happy guy. I was actually witness to the spectacle known prior to today as the Rotary and Chamber Business After Hours.
Oh, God.
Now, the reason I'm really happy is because one of our members thought it was a good idea due to Mr. David to donate a certificate for a lifetime oil change.
All right
I
then.
possess such certificate. I got my oil change this morning. He is a Rotarian brother, Mr. Tarek Nasrallah. Go see him at Auto Dock. That's a good program. Oh, man.
Okay,
Got another
CJ.
player here?
Yeah, I do. My money left me. My money left me.
Hey, I'm just given to put a plug out for the Northeast Texas Choral Society's Christmas concert coming up the 4th and the 5th. It just so happens, I know this will be a surprise, that I actually have tickets to sell and I actually have them here with me. If you love good Christmas music, then don't miss it. And first responders and military get in free. So, see them.
All right.
Where's that at?
Let's everybody see
Sulphur
CJ.
Springs Civic Center.
Sulphur Springs Civic Center. All right, Colleen.
Well, I just got to have a quick happy butt because today is my baby boy's birthday. Happy birthday, Dylan. Y'all know he's not watching. He's watching. I'm not watching his mama.
There you go, Bob.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank
I
you.
haven't put it on Facebook.
In keeping with what Willie was talking about a while ago, any of you that missed the affair Thursday night, missed a lot of fun. Oops, I'm gonna drop my note. I got it in my note. Yeah, you make fun of me, but my pad that Thursday night was my legal pad, not one of those electronic devices like everybody else had. So, I want to thank once again James and Jeannie Adams for their $1,000 donation to the foundation restoration project. And Thursday night, John Coble, I haven't seen John today. John Coble from Greenville Eye Care donated $1,000. Queen Marshall, Century 21 First Group donated $250.
She probably is.
Okay. And a raffle, which the lifetime oil change came out of, raised $963. So that's where we are so far, and we've still got money coming in. I know we've got stuff that hasn't been deposited yet that have just come in the mail. We'll keep you guys up to date on all of that as we go along. If you have any questions or any thoughts, Gloria put together this poster for the program the other night. Tells a little bit about the history. Oh, thank you. Hands all wrong. A little history about what we have done, some that we haven't done, and things that we are going to do. Our biggest project, and I know Gloria put this on here, our last major project for the exterior of the building was the deck out back out here, changing it from a loading dock, as you see in the old pictures. But we've got a complete second floor up here called the landing, office area and all that operates, and there are virtual offices available, real offices available, conference rooms, etc. up there as well. So rocking right along to raise some money to keep this old building restored and in good shape. Thank you all.
Great deal. And they have also office is upstairs also.
Because we're collecting this for NROTC, I'll sing you a short ditty that they have never asked me to sing. It's clean. Navy trains you, gives you a job, it's great. You're bound to go higher, and when you retire, you'll only be 38.
Y'all give Buddy a hand. All right, here we go.
All right, I'm happy. Well, I'm really sad because I don't get to go watch the Greenville Lions play or watch my granddaughter cheer. But I'm looking forward to seeing varsity soccer, both from the girls and from the boys. You playing soccer this year too? Okay. So you get to be abused by Coach James. I'm proud of you.
Abuse. Anyone else happy? Okay, here we come.
Just breathing.
Just happy to be breathing, I hear you. We have anyone else? All right, Roxanne Turner.
So I just want to give another report. My dad's still doing great. And I'm just so impressed with the foliage, the trees out there. It's just beautiful. I'm just happy to see them.
All righty, thank you, Miss Roxanne. Is that it? All right, that's it. Let me see my deck. You know what, one day,
It's gonna be ditty
I'm
singles
claiming on
today.
my age, you know, I'm turning 60 next year.
I'm claiming all day.
Anyway, don't have to count it. All right, let's see. Hi, Mr. Larry Green, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
I gave it all to my
All right, Pastor.
So then,
Give me a ticket out there, buddy.
this is something else. The main.
If it's mine, I took the ace of spade out a long time ago. Don't worry about it.
If it's not hers.
All right, here we go. 8, 2, 3, 4,
Yes!
0,
No!
7.
Do you have it?
All right. Here you go, buddy. Let's see. All righty. Give me that ace of spade back.
I can't believe I didn't win. What's up with that?
Shuffling the deck.
Yeah, but I had to get the ace of spade back from Willie.
Go, Byron.
Whole bunch of cards to draw.
It is. It's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Down the club.
All righty.
Puppy tracks.
See you next time. Same bat time,
Thank
same
you, Miss
bat.
Tammy, Sergeant at Arms, we appreciate that. You guys, please mark your calendar. The Christmas party was moved. I announced it last week. It will be on Friday, December the 10th. It will be right here at the Landmark, starting at 6 o'clock. You can bring a gift if you want to participate in the Chinese Christmas. Y'all know how that is. It can be stole 3 times. It's just a fun thing for people to have a lot of fun together. You're not required. We just say if you want to come and do that, please bring a gift. And also we're requesting cards again, preferably like your Walmart or even, I guess if it was some kind of maybe toys or something. But this is for CASA. These are for the children that come in after. The gifts are already bought and the angel tree gifts are already bought and everything. So we give this to them for the people that come in around the Christmas time that need help. Okay, so bring a gift card and bring a gift if you want to. Mark your calendars for Wednesday, December 8th. The choir will be here and so will the colored guards with ROTC, which will be presenting them with the Happy Bucks. I have to thank everyone, Annette Weiland and Pam, so much for helping to decorate. And then, of course, the chamber was here to help decorate for business after hours. It was a long day. I think I put in about 8 miles that day, but it was a lot of fun. I was told by many that it was the best business after hours, and we just combined it. Instead of giving stuff away, we made people buy a chance at these wonderful gift baskets. One of them was from C.J. Crawford, president-elect for next year. Well, she's president-elect this year, but she'll be president next year. Okay, she did a beautiful painting box. That was everyone. A lot of people wanted that. It was a $175 value. We also had one with the Brass Rail and Glenda's and Smokehouse and Market, Auto Docs, Insurance Group in North Texas gave some booze and wine, and you won't believe it, but I won it back again. Well, I didn't. Wayne won it back again.
Oh my God.
So this is the third time I'm trying to get that away. We will continue to probably try to get that away. And Annette put in a beautiful $50 card. So we had and then the Arringtons gave a real basket, but it was a flower pot basket, so it was really cool. That was also a big seller. And then we had a bunch of odds and ends stuff with the barbecue sauce and hot sauce from the smokehouse, so we made another basket. I think we had a total of, and then the auto dock, the lifetime oil change, that was a $300 value, so that was separate. So I think we had 5 different baskets that did help raise that money at $893. I believe a couple of donations were also given, so don't forget, if you want to dig deep into your pockets and you need to give something else, the Rotary Post Office Foundation, Inc. would be glad to take your money. We will be doing more of these parties, so y'all just, it'll be after the holidays, though. Not going to get anybody into the holidays, so. Let's see. I think the only other thing, mark your calendar, we will not be here next week because of Thanksgiving. We give everybody that Wednesday off. And then the following week we will be here, and then the following Wednesday, the 7th, I believe, is the board meeting, or 8th. I guess that'd be the 8th. December 1st is a Tuesday.
Nope, Wednesday.
Somebody show me a calendar. I don't like a board meeting on the 1st.
Well, Debbie's looking at the first calendar, and I don't want anyone to think we cancel all the meetings next week. The landmark, the Rotary Foundation Board meeting is still scheduled for Monday, the 22nd, so.
Okay, so right after the holidays, that following next Wednesday, it is a board meeting and our meeting. And also we will have Bert Cooper here. So that kind of gets you updated on our calendar, I believe. And now we have Student of the Month. Dr. Perry? You prefer you to use it, please.
All right, so this is a unique one for me this week for everyone that we've done so far this year. Yes, it's Student of the Month, but really if you've lived in Greenville and a part of the community here, then you probably have heard and seen the Just family. So it's Family of the Month / Student of the Month. If you guys could come up really quick. Come on up. All of you, come on. This is Greg Just, he's a senior. Catherine Just is not only the lead counselor at the high school, she's the director of counseling, really, that advises all of the schools. And then Mr. Pat Just is an executive director in Rockwall ISD for student services. So if you know anything about the Just family, you know they're incredibly involved and very dedicated to education. 2 things I wanted to say about that. When you grow up and you have kids in education, you're constantly celebrating the other kids, and you're really keenly aware of that. And you never really hold your own personal kids up there, and you kind of try to disperse honors and awards across the board. And so I think this time we just said, why not, you know? Because this young man deserves it. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Number 2, when you have seniors at the high school, they all come up to you to get their letters of recommendation. So you have to ask for their brag sheet so you can write an intelligent letter of recommendation that will be persuasive for the universities. And this is a very time-consuming task. What was even more time-consuming is trying to commit any of his brags to memory, because his sheet is incredible. He's probably the most diverse in his activities of all of the nominees so far this year. So I'll try to do some, and then I'm going to ask you to fill in the blank, okay? All right, so varsity football, varsity soccer, student council, PALS, which is peer-assisted leadership. We have the art club, and then I'm running out here. What else do we do?
Track last year. I'm in DI, been in it since 3rd grade.
And has traveled globally for that one.
National Honor Society, Superintendent Scholar, yearbook this year, yeah. Let's see.
That's pretty good. Let's give him a round of applause for that. coming from my former district, it's one of the reasons I moved my children to the district I did. It's one of the reasons a lot of people come to Greenville, is because as a child you can do a little bit of everything here, and that's so important. Now I'm going to let him talk to you about the colleges he's looking at and what he wants to study.
My first choice of college is the University of Texas, where I plan on pursuing a degree in physical therapy. See, my second choice is Texas State. I won a scholarship there, so I can cut down on the cost a little bit. And then my third choice, and then my third choice is Texas A&M Commerce. Nothing wrong with going there. Just stay home, close to my family, and it's a good school.
Yes. We would like to present you with your award and get a beautiful family picture. Y'all squeeze in a little. Congratulations, student of the month. We see you around everywhere. Thank y'all very much. And then teacher of the month.
Hello, my name is Melissa Yost, and I'm the principal at LP Waters Early Childhood Center. We're just down the street in Greenville ISD. And I have the pleasure of introducing our Teacher of the Month. I have to read off a little bit of a script, not so great as Dr. Perry. I'd like to introduce Emma Smith. She began her career in education 19 years ago as a classroom assistant. It was during that time that she realized Okay, I'm going to start over. Emma Smith began her career in education 19 years ago as a classroom assistant. It was during that time that she realized her passion for teaching. Mrs. Smith is now in her 11th year as a classroom teacher. Mrs. Smith holds a bachelor's of Science degree in interdisciplinary studies. She is a graduate from Texas A&M Commerce and is certified in general education, pre-K through 6th grade, and ESL. Her journey in education began in 4th grade as an ELAR, science, and Texas history teacher. She taught for 3 years in 4th grade before finding her real passion in early childhood education. Mrs. Smith taught for a year in pre-kindergarten at Phoenix Charter School before joining the Greenville ISD team. She has been with Greenville ISD for 7 years at the LP Waters campus. There she has served as a team lead for the campus for the last 5 years and is now also serving as a campus demonstration teacher. As a team lead and mentor, she collaborates with colleagues and administrators to better the school climate and instructional needs for students and staff. Please help me welcome up Emma Smith.
And she can just tell us a little about herself, her family, children, from Greenville. Just give us a little bit of history about you.
I'm actually from Quinlan. I'm actually was raised in Quinlan. I taught in Quinlan my first 3 years of teaching, and I am married. We live here in Greenville now. I have no children. Well, I have 20.
They change, too.
And they change, and they grow. And that's my life.
Well, welcome. Congratulations. Okay. Your award.
Don't know where you go. I'll be trying to get it all inside and leave. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okie dokie. And then we have, David? We have a couple of presentations.
I do. Where's the working microphone?
Oh, there.
It's on the table.
Yeah, just turn it
All righty. Larry, would you come up? Larry Allgood. Y'all know Larry Allgood. He's a pastor. I've known him for about 10 years. He's also a customer. We know each other very well. I know his heart. He's currently is a pastor at Abba's house, which is on the corner of Lee and St. John's. And I haven't been to his church service yet, but I watch it every Sunday. They have church services at 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's Facebook Live. So I have been watching his service. I'm going to go there one of these days. But Larry gave me his card today, and I was looking at that, and it shows the heart that he's got. Abba's house, loving the forgotten. Judgment-free Jones, judgment-free zone. So I like that, don't you? Yep. We're not to judge others. And one of his heart is with the homeless. And I made an appeal to this club to bring in coats. We've got coats, new socks, sweatshirts, a lot of them. I didn't count them. They kept ganging up on me. I was keeping a count, but then after this morning, I don't have a count. But there are a lot of clothes there that we're going to trust Larry to disperse to the homeless as needed. And in addition to that, Al and Tammy Schaefer, All Tams Builders, have given me a check for $500 made out to Abba's house. You spend it to your own discretion, Larry. Sweet. And if you've got anything you want to say about your ministry, we'll give you just a couple of minutes.
All right.
Pastor, he doesn't mind talking.
No, I don't mind talking, but a couple of minutes sure cramps my style. No, Adjustments Free Zone, we actually stole that from Planet Fitness. We can't take responsibility for that. But if Planet Fitness can be Adjustment Free Zone, so should a house of worship or a place that's ministering to people. A lot of needs on the street in Greenville. I know out there, usually have a team that's out ministering, bringing hope to the hopeless, help to those who are less fortunate. And this time of year, there is a lot of need. There's L3 took up a deal for us, and we've almost given out all the coats and blankets that L3 gave us. So we're just about down to zero now, so this will really be a blessing. Thank you, Alan Tammy Schaefer. God bless you.
And let him take a picture showing the bounty.
All right.
David, you want to come on over?
No, he wants you in there. You get in there. Let me get on the edge.
Hold on, one this way too. Thanks. Okay. To everyone who contributed, thank you very much. God bless you.
We'll help you after the meeting.
Bible says the poor you have with you always. So that's yeah.
He said the Bible says the poor you will have with you always, and that is scripture, and it's true. I want to invite Tim Cruz to come up next. Tim is here with his wife. Huh? I have plans to recognize her. Tim is here with his wife, Athea. Athea is a Navy veteran, by the way, and she's on the Greenville ISD school board.
She can sing Bob's song.
She knows that song.
I knew that by heart.
All righty. And Tim is representing, I call it the Greenville Flag Project. Is that the correct name?
Yeah.
All these beautiful American flags that you see several times a year as you go across the viaduct, this is their brainchild right here.
Yes.
And Tim is doing it, and he's not even a veteran. I guess you get prompted at home from your veteran life. But anyway, tell us how often those flags come out. What your next plans are if you have any.
Yeah, the flags usually go out during, they go out for Memorial Day on the overpass, and then we do the cross and the soldier memorial as well, which was Alita's brainchild to do that portion. And then we try to put up as many flags around the city as possible, depending on our schedule and the weather and everything. So there's been years where we've been able to line, how many miles of I-30?
Probably like 20.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've seen that.
No, not 20.
Or
That'd
10
be-
miles.
a bit, about a flag every 40 feet on the
And they may or may
We
not
know
have
that flags
had
cost money. I've got
sometimes
one
too.
at my house, and I have to replace it every couple of years to the tune of about $100 because I get the big one. But anyway, the Greenville, the Rotary Club of Greenville believes in what you do. We've got veterans all over the club, and others who are not veterans. They are also patriotic. But we want to give you $500 toward that project.
Thank you.
And I know you've got replacement costs, so that's going to help.
My fat fingers. My fat Hey, David,
go up.
David,
And I'll
they
show
also
this
were
out.
gracious enough to put it up for Cotton Patch Challenge, the flags up over the overpass for Cotton Patch Challenge this year. And
They
made
put
some
it up
wonderful photos
over
of
the
the riders.
September 18th Cotton Patch Challenge, and the riders that came to town saw the flags as they went across Johnson Street. Yeah, Stonewall. Thank you.
Thank y'all very much. We love to see the Rotarians at work. It is definitely service above selves. We serve to change lives, and that's what I hope y'all are feeling in this room today. We now have a program. Dwayne.
Yes, we do have a program. And, today we'd like to welcome a couple of the physicians from the Hunt Regional Medical Partners, is that right?
Yep.
And Dr. Goss, he's the smart one, he graduated Texas A&M down at College Station, so.
And Dr. Salmon's gonna do an introduction.
Oh, okay, Dr. Shannon, I didn't know that.
No,
And,
right ahead, you're doing fine.
the other, I'm gonna butcher this name, but Abbasi, Dr. Abbasi, who is a Kingaloo at Austin College. So anyway, guys, I'll let Dr. Shannon finish introducing you guys.
Dr. Goss and Dr. Abbasi are our new general surgeons, and with the fate of the general surgeons being on call, Dr. Abbasi is taking a call right now, therefore he's not here. Dr. Goss is a general surgeon we recruited from Decatur. He was in practice there for a number of years. He has a fellowship from the Cleveland Clinic, med school from UT San Antonio, and residency at Baylor and UT San Antonio. And Rich, he has an interest in robotics and is currently doing some robotic surgery. And the new expansion is going to have a very large new operating room, Rich. Robotic surgery. So please welcome Dr. Mark Goss.
Thank you, everyone, for having me. That was a nice introduction. Dr. Abbasi and I started about a month ago, and we've really been enjoying working here. I grew up in Bonham, and he grew up in McKinney, so this is closer to home for us, and we're happy to be back closer to home. I went to Texas A&M to undergraduate, and then, as everyone mentioned, he went to Austin College. I started out in 1998 in Graham, Texas, working, and then was in Ardmore, Oklahoma for a few years, and have been in at Wise Health System in Decatur since 2005. And Mr. Carter hired me about a month ago. We started. And this is Dr. Abbasi. We've kind of gone over most of this. He also had an MBA before he decided to go into the medical field, and I believe was a salesman for, was it Verizon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've been working well together, covering for one another and working well together. We only work here, we're working for the hospital and only work here in Greenville. We don't go anywhere else. Our offices are here, and I'm living here, and then my family's gonna move out and move to Greenville whenever my youngest daughter graduates from high school. She's a cheerleader there in Decatur, and she's gonna graduate high school before they move here. These are just some of the things that we do, pretty much just routine, general surgery and some advanced laparoscopic surgery. Whenever possible, we try to do things through smaller incisions so that people can recover quicker and get back to work. We do, of course, gallbladders and hernias that way, all types of hernias, and then reflux surgery. We are hoping within the, when the new ORs are built next year, that we can get some newer equipment. We're going to get a real nice, bigger operating room and 4K monitors, kind of like a 4K television. It's just better picture and some better equipment, possibly a robot if, you know, we can justify getting that. Dr. Abbasi does some things that weren't being done here by the prior general surgeons, thyroid and parathyroid. And we can do adrenal gland surgery. We've both been working with the robot. Dr. Abbasi, of course, trained with it, and I've been using it for the past several years. And these are just some of the diseases that we take care of. Of course, gallbladder problems or cholecystitis. You know, anal rectal problems. You know, lumps and bumps. And that's pretty much it. We're happy to have the opportunity to work here and have been enjoying it so far. I've been here about a month.
I just have a question, because you talk about the robot. How is that different than you actually using the old-fashioned way, I guess is what it is?
Well, the old-fashioned way would just be open after a big cut, and then we've been doing laparoscopic surgery through the little cuts for years. The robot gives you a 3D picture, and what you do, you know, if we were in the OR room, which would be maybe 20% this size, rough 20, maybe not even that, but you put all the trocars in, and then attach the robot, and then the surgeon still controls everything. You set it a remote center control panel and you only use 3 fingers, and you sit down and you use both hands and both feet, kind of like flying a plane. So it's sort of different, but you know, any trimmer that you have that removes that, and then your wrist, you know, our hand can only go so far. It can go, you know, 360 degrees. You can see much better and do things that you aren't able to do laparoscopic. It's more like, we can do things more like what we would do open with the robot. It's beneficial for gallbladders, but especially for repairing hernias and doing colon surgery. With colon surgery, it's less traumatic. We have dye that's injected so we can see the blood flow to the valve. And when we put it together, we can feel more comfortable that it, you know, you won't have an anastomotic leak or separate and come apart. When you put it together, you can feel more confident in it. There have been lower leak rates when using that technology. So there's some benefits to it.
So, for someone to come see you, do they have to be referred to you by their family physician or by a Hunt regional partner?
Most of the time not. You know, the only ones would be like if you have what is commonly called the Obamacare plan, like an HMO, and I think maybe Humana Military or TRICARE may require that, but in general, no. Most of the time you don't need a referral. You can come straight to us. Mainly if you have an HMO or
So you like have an office,
Obamacare.
like a doctor would have an office and someone will come talk to you and have an appointment with you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we talk to everyone and go over how we do the surgery and what to expect and the risks of it and everything before we get informed consent. But right when you come into the hospital, we're in with all of the specialists at Hunt Regional Medical Partners, where urologist and orthopedic surgeon and neurologist and all of us are all together, just right to the left when you come in through the lobby.
Are there any other questions?
Could I chime in about robotic surgery?
Yes.
I am not trained in robotic surgery, but the technology allows the surgeon to have a magnified, great view, particularly in difficult to access areas. It allows you to be more precise in your surgery, and the technical aspects where the robotic arms can do things that your wrist and hand cannot do, triangulations. So it's a significant technological improvement.
It's a 10 times magnification, so it is a little different. You know, it gets a little bit of a tunnel vision looking, because it's different. You see things, things look a lot bigger. I guess it's been more or less standard of care for prostate cancer probably for the last decade or more, hasn't it?
The robotic surgery had its greatest input in the radical prostatectomy surgery for prostate cancer. And it's been going on 10, 12 years or something like that. And it's superseded most other approaches.
Let me say one thing if I may. Sure.
Go ahead, Rich.
We got 10 more minutes. We got 10 more minutes. So Dr. Goss is not like your normal surgeon. He's very humble. So most times, you know, your surgeons are very like, man, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I'm going to do it on his behalf. And so he is trained in many areas, and as is Dr. Abbasi, in some areas we haven't done here in a while. A lot of colon things, and you mentioned a couple other there with the renal glands or the adrenal glands and things like that. So I feel the need to come up here and kind of push you a little bit more than you would market yourself. So we are very thankful that they joined us about, I think it was 1st of October. And if, of course, they missed the COVID fund here. They had their own COVID fund, but they missed most of the COVID fund here. But it is still crazy in our town, in our hospital town. And we're still exceeding our capacity, which is, we only have 9 COVID patients today, but we have like 15 or 20 people waiting in the ER for beds because we're out of beds available.
Her dad is one hour.
It's crazy.
Take good care of him.
It's crazy. And so, so we're really blessed that we've got a lot of work to do, but it's just very, very unusual. And I don't know that we have an explanation for that, but we're so thankful that Dr. Abbasi, and who's a young guy, he just graduated resident, so he's probably 35-ish, I suppose.
34, I believe.
Something like that. And so a young guy, real hyper, like a normal surgeon is. He would be up here talking your ears off. Dr. Goss is the yin of that yang, and he's more humble, more quiet, but we're proud to have him, and we're looking forward to great things from them both for many, many years to come. So, anything else, Dr. Sand, anything you want to say?
No, that's it.
Okay, any other questions for Dr. Goss or myself? You got a few minutes. I know you don't want those 10 minutes back.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Of course, we always need minutes. Dr. Goss, Rotarians are known as people of action, and for you coming here and taking out of your busy schedule to come talk to us, I am giving you a Rotary People of Action bracelet because you are definitely a person of action. See, when we have a lot on our plates, it's really hard for us to think we're going to actually get out of here today, you guys, before 1 o'clock. But I definitely want to congratulate Mrs. Smith as the Teacher of the Month. Gregory, we wish you great, big, fancy things in your future. Make sure you keep in touch. Let us know what college you go to and how you excel there. And spend your 4 years without a girlfriend. Do not get married in college. That's my only piece of advice, because if you do, you might not finish. Anyway, but have a great journey in doing that. Pastor Allgood, we really appreciate you and all the house and for all you do for the community. And I know y'all have seen and you know that we have homeless people that have been in the woods and they've cleared out the woods. And they had nowhere to go. They had to find other places to go. Whether it's under a bridge, whether it's an abandoned house or a building, they're everywhere. And it is something that hurts our community. Katie and them had a satellite meeting last night, which is known as their business meeting. They're required as a satellite club to have 2. So if you'd like to be a part of it, or you just want to come here, they have awesome speakers. The first Tuesday is their program and speaker. Yeah.
Yeah, can I say?
Yes.
I was going to say, December 7th, we have the FBI coming to speak on human trafficking, and especially looking at some things you can identify and look for. And then on January 4th, we had the Attorney General's office reach out to us and ask to be here and be a part of this club.
Awesome.
So they're coming to speak on January 4th. The speaker will always be the first Tuesday of the month at 5:30 right here in this room. So please, even if you cannot attend, please invite people in the community that you know to be here. They do not have to be a Rotarian to attend, but the more people we can reach out to know what we're doing and how many folks we're trying to reach out to. Last night we started some ways to get visibility in the community, plus some fundraising and some service projects going. So we're going to be working on that and asking everybody to at least help in outreach to be able to make those things come true here in this community.
What time does it start?
5:30. 5:30 to 6:30.
First Tuesday of each month, right here at 5:30. You don't have to join the Satellite Club. Matter of fact, as a Rotarian, you can't join the Satellite Club. But if you're not, say, a Rotarian, like Sonia, and this is something that is in your heart, they're not going to force you to join, but if you'd like to be a bigger part of that, you just come and talk to them. Katie kind of ramrods it, but we have chairpersons. They are a part of our club, so we don't per se have a president and all that kind of stuff, but we do have chairs and secretaries and treasurer that kind of take care of the satellite and then keep us informed. And of course, Theresa Sadler can't always be here. She is our liaison between the club and the Satellite Club. And Tim and Aletha, thank you all for your project. It makes you feel good every time you see the flags and especially the memorial crosses come out. And I try not to cry up here, so let me move on. Thank you, Dr. Goss, for being here. Welcome to Greenville and Hunt County. And Rich, thank you for letting them come, and Sonia always putting them together and inviting them. I hope y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. And is there any other announcements or any needs from the community? You guys, that's Rotary for today. Serve to change lives.